Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel and the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel. This is, of course, Pro Wrestling Logic. We got over 2,800 of these. For your listening pleasure, we continue to add whenever we can, and usually that's more often than not. This is the NWA Power episode for the 21st of June 2022. Tyrus opens this week at NWA Power with Kyle Davis as Davis announces Mims may have been hospitalized after his match at Always Ready. Tyrus claims that he defended his title 7 times, but if we were to cash it in, he would be able to challenge the NWA World Championship with the Lucky 7 rule. Tyrus then said he had a clause in his contract he didn't need to follow the rules, so he wasn't giving the title up, and he is going to win the world title too. This first step teaming with Cryon tonight, and then he is firmly aiming at champion Trevor Murdoch. Probably not a good idea. Camille and Kylan King have a confrontation. Highlights from their match at Always Ready showed airing, and King comes very close to winning the NWA Women's Championship. Camille makes her way out to the ring before being interviewed by Davis. Davis asks Camille what is next, and she says the match with King was the hardest of her career, and she wanted to have King come out. Camille then talks about how she and King were both trained by Bully Ray, and how they both have the same mentality. King took her to limits. Both women showed respect for each other. King then reiterated that she was serious about the NWA, and she would be the new champ if she didn't make one mistake. King said she was still coming for Camille and for the title, but she was going to earn her spot again. King promised to end her reign, and Camille said she wouldn't have it any other way. Awesome promo, really strong in the sense that, ultimately these women show that they have hunger for the women's title, which is good for business. NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion Homicide was with May Valentine and said that he hadn't heard from Luke Hawx' comments about Homicide's disrespecting him. He said Hawx should stop being a baby and overly sensitive. He said he's happy Hawx tried to help him, but he didn't want to make anything more of it than what it was. Homicide said he would welcome all comers to face him, leaving it open to anyone, so probably new individuals coming in there. Nick Aldis defeated Brett Buffshay. Aldis hits a bunch of shoulder tackles and uses a bunch of technical wrestling, taking his his opponent down. There are fans chanting ham and egger at him, which is kind of funny. Aldis hits a brainbuster, but picks him right back up. Announcers are baffled by that. The frustration after the pay-per-view. Aldis catches him and hits a back body drop and then a power bomb before locking on the Texas Cloverleaf. Decent squash as we go. Davis comes into the ring asking Aldis if his mentality's changed after losing the title match at the pay-per-view. Aldis said that you could do things the right way and none of it matters because it all makes you a target for everyone who's coming into the promotion. He said that if anyone that wanted to take the top spot, it'd be a very difficult time in doing so. Aldis then congratulated Murdoch, but said Murdoch knew that Aldis had him beat, and if he were going to go at him again one-on-one, he knew he'd find where to find him. Then we go to national champion Jax Dane with Davis in the ring talking about how no one could take the title from him. Dane then claimed he's the most dominant NWA national champion and no one is going to get it from him. He then said that it's harder to become national champion than world champion. Eric Jackson, who Dane beat a few seconds recently, came down saying that he could get another shot. Jackson attacks Dane, but Dane levels him with a lariat, leaves him laying. PJ Hawx with May Valentine discusses the brewing feud that he has with Homicide. He expressed respect and said he thought the misunderstanding between him and Homicide. Idolmania Sports Management, Tyrus and Cryon defeat the ill-begotten Alex Taylor and Jeremiah Puckett. Not a way to close the show if you ask me. Match has no heat and no one really cares. Tyrus is in the match less than a minute total, and he's still breathing heavy after taking a DDT. Cryon carries the majority of the match. Tyrus then barely walks getting into the ring, and the match is heel on heel, and that kind of hurts the heat. Velvet Sky informs us during the segment that Danny Deals is suing Medusa for when she slapped him on the NWA USA show, leaving him in a neck brace for weeks. Puckett then tagged in, and technical wrestling continues. Puckett then gets Cryon with a drop down and hit a slingshot into a neck on the ropes, and Taylor then goes very creatively. Joe Galley announced Mims was hospitalized and both concussion separated shoulder. Tyrus then tagged in, and the match gets slower and stepped on Alex Taylor to absolutely no heat. He then tags out after doing nothing. Tyrus and Cryon beats Taylor for several minutes, which doesn't need to be that long. Cryon does the Garvin Stomp on Taylor, who fights out with a dropkick. Puckett and Tyrus tags in, and Puckett forces Tyrus to sell his forearms DDT, but Cryon blind tags his Death Valley driver to close the match and the show. Not a way to end the show, as mentioned before, but overall, NWA still gives a good bit week by week. We'll be back with more right after this.